Welcome to Wine Chats with Billi and Lyndsey. I'm here. I got here.
All waiting.
I got here in the end. Hello.
Oh my God.
Hi. Welcome to the Nightly.
We're on the couch with you yet again. We are drinking our favorite new juice, alcoholic juice from G-Flip, the G-Flip. They've come out with an alcoholic juice called Box. Today we are having Tropical Bang. We've already poured it, as you can see, because, well, we've been drinking already because we've been doing other stuff.
We do what we do,
Don't question us. It's delicious. Billi, what are your thoughts about it? Because you always say the same thing.
It's not very sweet, which I like. It tastes like juice. It's very dangerous. Yeah. So drink it like slowly, like we are.
They have two different flavors. The other one is apple guava. I prefer the tropical one because you really get that like pina colada EE aftertaste with this one.
I also feel like this isn't as sweet as the apple guava.
Yes, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay.
Love it. Billi came up with this idea. We're going to talk about like how you give and take advice.
Yeah. Because I love my husband. I even like him. But I find it anytime he tries to give me advice, I get really like, even though it's good advice, like sometimes he gives me good advice, but I can't admit it to him and I can't admit it to myself that I enjoy the stuff that he says. But yeah, that sometimes like even I remember when we were younger and like super good looking and fit and we used to work out together and every time he would try and like help me at the gym or fix my form or something like, can I just, this is totally, I wasn't going to go here. But I like coached in weightlifting. Like I was coaching people in weightlifting and like CrossFit. So he's not going to tell me what my form's going to look like. I'm going to tell him what his form is going to look like. And I was always right and he was always wrong, but I never liked any of it. I don't like working out with him. Him and I work really good in some areas, not in others.
I feel like we need to have like a whole episode just on that. Do you need to lay down on the couch? Is this...
I'm okay. We're not going to need therapy today. I'm emotionally stable.
I was going to...
We're okay. But anyway, so it just got me to thinking how it's funny because even when he gives me really good advice, I'm always like, oh, Henry's giving me advice, which is so dumb.
Yeah.
And I tell him too, I'm like, no, I just need you to, sometimes I say to him, like, just take off your Mr. Fix-It hat and just put on that hat that says, hey, like, and then he just goes, sometimes he'll ask me like, okay, is this one of the situations where like you want me to solve your problem or do you just want me to go, oh, sorry.
Just listen to me.
Yeah, just listen to me. Yeah. So yeah, it just got me to thinking like, how do you give advice? How do you take advice? I'll give it to you for a bit because I've been talking for ages, but like, go on. How do you take it? But does Cameron give you advice and do you enjoy it?
Look, if I ask for it, of course. I'm a funny one with advice. Like I love giving it. I'm happy to give my opinions and advice.
Yeah.
Whether you ask me or not. But I'm funny when people give me advice when I feel like I don't need advice.
Oh, you're not asking for it. That's like unsolicited advice, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, please, like I don't need your advice. I get really funny because I think I know it all sometimes. Ask my mom. If my mom tries to give it, sorry, mom, hi, love you. Thank you for birthing me, yay. But sometimes I just don't need her advice. Yeah. Or anyone's, because I feel like I know it.
Yep.
But I love giving it.
Yeah.
And I love telling people my opinions and what they should and shouldn't be doing. Bad.
Same. I love giving advice as well. And I'm really conscious when I give someone advice that I'm advice.
Oh, give me your juice.
Advice. It's really strong juice, guys. When I give someone advice, I'm conscious of the fact that I'm doing it because I love to get on a pedestal and just sprout my ideas. I do get, very,
you get cocky with it.
I don't get cocky with it, but inside myself, I'm like, all right, you need to take it down a notch because you're getting you're just like, just be cool. Be cool because I love giving it so much. So I'm like ready to come out with all my ideas. Okay. Not cool.
That's annoying.
But I actually just from, I don't know what sparked my thoughts when you were just talking, that I think sometimes it's funny when people try and give us advice about the podcast and it happens a lot and that's fine. Like obviously people, sometimes we even ask like, what do you want us to talk about? Like what topics are you like wanting to hear from us? And then people tell us and then I'm like, oh, that's not going to work for us. And I think all the time, because I think that what happens between us, it's very, I didn't realize probably until just now.
I was going to say, this is going all different.
In a totally different direction. So true. Yeah. But it just made me think that it really, when we do make decisions about the podcast, it really, we both have to be so on board with it.
Oh,
right.
For sure.
Before anything can take place. So then somebody can say to us, oh, I want you to do a topic about ping pong. And I'll be like, oh my God, yes, Lyndsey, let's do ping pong. And then she'll be like, what the hell? Like, I'm not going to do ping pong.
Shows or ping pong?
Lenny, girl. She knows where she's been. Not those kind of shows.
You are not allowed to drink box anymore.
She's talking about boxes and ping pong. What do you think we're talking about here?
Oh my God, it's
Here's
just
some
so
advice,
loose
Lyndsey.
today.
But yeah, anyway, so I love giving advice and I hate taking it. Is that it? Are we done?
Oh my God. I hope so. Everyone else is hoping so. What a hot mess this has been. No, but it's funny though, because back to how you say Henry gives you advice when you don't want it.
Or need it.
There are some people that are like Mr. and Mrs. Know-it-alls, right?
Yes.
Where they're just, not saying that Henry is, but there's just some people where it's like, oh my God, seriously, like, I did not ask you.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a cocky giver. Like I don't like think I know everything. So what I say and what I'm preaching.
No, that's true. Yeah.
You know, I just really like giving my opinions on
Yes.
things when it sometimes isn't asked for.
Yes.
Which could be annoying for the other person, right?
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like I'm conscious of the fact that I'm doing it, so I'm trying not to be that like get them to roll their eyes, but they're like, oh, nobody asked you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I am just I too, because I like to nut things out. So I'll probably ask lots of questions and then give advice about how you can, you know, handle certain situations. But then when somebody tries to do that to me, I'm like, seriously, nobody asked you, and it's not going to work. Whatever you say, it's not going to work. Okay. But sometimes no, that's not true. I do. What is in this stuff?
I don't know. It's less than wine.
I know.
I think it's only 4.5%, Billy.
I felt fine before, but something is happening to me now, and my mind is like, bzz, bzz, bzz.
G-Flip, thank you.
Thank you. I don't know. You tell us. So yeah, I do. I think sometimes also advice is very important.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, totally.
And I think it's also important to know, like, as much as you could be thinking in your head, please stop talking to me and stop trying to give me advice because I hate this. Also actually taking in what people say, because a lot of like everything that we've learned about anything, podcasting, about life, like how much of your advice have I had to take to like improve my life? You know what I mean? So sometimes you do have to, even though it can be like annoying or you don't think you like it, taking it on board is also very important, right?
Oh, for sure. Right? For certain things in your life, for sure. But you need that trusted person to give you like
that's true, yeah,
the advice that's going to guide you in the right direction if you're needing that type of advice. My advice is that we hit the button before we take this episode into a whole different realm of weirdness.
My advice is to call Lyndsey if you need any advice, because she will tell you in her tough love, no nonsense way what to do. So
or what not to do.
And if you want to ask me for advice too, you totally should. So I'm just
hit the button.
You want me to, okay, all right. There's the advice. Okay.
There we go.
Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Wine Chats podcast with Billi and Lyndsey.